Welcome back everyone, I'm James the Tie Guy, and today we're taking a look at a new release from the Hot Wheels Elite series. This is the Millennium Falcon, and this is from Hot Wheels Elite series that is available on their Hot Wheels Collectors website. This is a fairly new release, it just started shipping. The retail price on it is $69.99 from Mattel. However, Amazon and Target are both have it for $48.99 and $49.99. I believe last time I checked, I actually got this one from Target at that price. So if you're looking to get this at any point in the future, you might want to check those places first because they tend to be cheaper and ship a little bit faster. So if we take a look around the box here, you can see that this isn't your standard Hot Wheels car that you get at the store for 97 cents or even more than that. This definitely is nicer than the Hot Wheels Starships that retail for $5 or $6, and it is bigger too, as you'll see. It's quite a bit bigger. So here we have the story of the Return of the Jedi that this is modeled after. Of course, it's really the same ship that's been in all of the original trilogy movies, and it also comes with a dish accessory to make it similar to the one from The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. You can see here some of the features that it has, although we're going to take a look at these more in depth. So if we take it back here, I'll take it out of its box. It's a very nice presentation. I had it out of its box earlier to take pictures of it. And I must say that this really does go to show that a mass producer of toys, something like Hot Wheels, that produces inexpensive, cheap toys, can actually do something on the high end if they want to. Because I was very impressed with it, you'll see. So before I take this off, I just wanted to show that this is the styrofoam that it comes in. It's in a cube shape, and the ship and all of its accessories are inside it. So if we take the lid off, this is what we are greeted with. So as you can see here, we've got the ship. See if we can brighten that up a little. Got the ship and the accessories that it comes with. Normally these holes here are all filled, but I left some of the plates on the bottom of the ship, and I'll show you exactly what those are. So here we've got, this is the landing gear for it, the double for the back, and then all of the ones that go in the middle and front. This is a plate to cover the bottom piece on the bottom that I'll show you, as is this one. And here we are greeted with dishes. We've got the comms dish from the original trilogy before it got knocked off by Lando, which ironically Han Solo knocked off the Lando's dish before the Falcon was his, as we've seen in the Solo movie. And this is the square one, or rectangle rather, that we see from the newer movies. So let's go ahead and take the ship out. And we'll lay it here. It measures in just a little over 5 inches long. And on the bottom here is a flat stand, similar to what comes with the smaller ships, just on a larger scale. And as you can see, I dumped out most of these little parts. It's really easier to do that than it is to try to pick them out. So now if we can get this back here, and we've got all these little pieces. So I'll show it to you first like it is. You've got a lot of detail on this. The camera doesn't really do it justice, at least in video mode. So what I would encourage you to do, if you want to really see it, how it really looks, is to go down to the link that I'll leave in the video description through my Flickr account. I upload the full resolution images there, and they look a lot better than anything that the video is going to be able to show. I've got 40 images, I believe, that I put on there. They're also on my Facebook page for the channel, but the easiest way to get to them is just through my Flickr account, which again I'll link below. So here's the ship. As you can see, it has this empty spot here to put your choice of comms dish. We'll start with the round one. It's a really nice system they have here. It's very easy to put it in, it's easy to take it out, but it's also at the same time it's not going to go anywhere if you flip it upside down or something. And the dish is fully rotatable. You can move it however you want, rotate it up or down. Same goes with the rectangle dish from the new movies. However you want it, you can angle it. So if we just put, tend to prefer the old style one on it, we'll just leave that one on there. The gun, it's got top guns here. It's movable up and down very slightly, as you can see. You've got the window there for the gunner port. You've got all kinds of nice little detail. It's kind of hard to see in the video, but it does have a nice wash on it. Back exhaust vents here, nicely done. See the back engines there, blue all around it. So, and I'll go ahead and show you this. The cockpit does have a molded figure of Chewie and Han in it. They're very small, they're not removable, not very detailed, but they are there. I don't really know why you'd want to display it without this. I don't think I would, but if you want to, it's there. It's something they didn't have to do, but they did, so kudos for that. If we'll get it to focus on them there. As you can see, they're not very big, not very detailed, but you can still make out who's who, of course. So we'll go ahead and put that back. It just slides on there like that. So if we flip it to the bottom, again, really like how they've done the various colors that you see on the plating from the movie. Once it focused in there, you can really see the wash continues to the bottom of it. This is the mounting place that your flight stand will go. These here are little covers. They're magnets, and they have a little peg to align them. If you peel these off, you are left with the attachment points for landing gear in case you want to display it without its stand. I tend to prefer the stand, and I'll show you why, because it's a really well done, it's well executed. Move that over there, but I will go ahead and show you the landing gear. If I can get this last piece off, there we go. So here is the gear. You will see that it's got 2 contact points. So you just align it and it snaps in there. You can hear the magnets just snap it in. I like the magnets, they give it a premium feel. It's a well executed idea because they're in there good, but if you need to get them out or something like that, they're easy to come out, and they don't require any type of mechanism that's going to wear out, like maybe like if it was a ball joint or something holding them in. And here you can see you've got 2 different holes. One is to align it with the feet for the landing gear, the other is to align it with the plates, and you just pretty much put it in there like that. It's only going to go in there correctly one way, so make sure you don't get it backwards. And we'll put this one in here. There we go. And finally, the last one. There we go. So now there you have it, with all of its proper landing gear, all 7 feet if you count the doubles in the back. The bottom gun, while I'm looking here at it, it's not movable. It's actually, looks like the barrel is cut off a little. I'm not sure why that is. I think it might be so it doesn't hit the stand whenever it's on it, but this is just a fixed quad turret down there. So here you have it with all of its feet. Again, they're hanging there, but they're not going anywhere because the magnets are securing them. And then you can just set it there like that, and pretty much just have it like that if you want it. Although I think it looks better on its stand, as you'll see here in a moment. So once that's done, if you want to, you'll see these feet, they go on or off just as easily as they were to get on. And I would probably recommend keeping them back in their box or safekeeping or some type of a Ziploc bag or something, because they are going to be easy to lose. And again, you've got the peg that these line up for. And of course this isn't for any function, but it is for aesthetics. And when you're paying this much for something, you expect that. And so I'm glad that they did it that way. Sometimes these are a little tricky to get lined up correctly. There we go. Just kind of, they only will go one way, but once you get them in there correctly, it's easy to get them fixed. So we got that one, and we'll go back and do this one. That one. And that one. This one here is still not exactly right. Not exactly sure why it's not wanting to set. Actually, you know, I think I have these two reversed. There we go, that's more like it. There we go. Like I said, once you get them right, they're easy to go in there. So that was on me, definitely not the model itself. So once they're in there, you can see here, they look nice. It looks just basically like you would expect the real ship to have. These plates would be here, and then they would retract when the landing gear is extended downward, which isn't a feature that I've seen on a lot of models to show that, so I'm glad they thought of that. Now we get to see it on its stand, which is definitely how I would display it. The stand, it's just plastic, it's not metal, but it does its job. And as you can see here, it's pretty much just a flat navigator stand that comes with the other regular ships, just larger. And it has the ball joint on here to be rotated, so the ship can be rotated. You've got the Rebel symbol there, and then Star Wars written on the side of it, Hot Wheels on that side. So this just snaps in. And then once it's in there, it can be rotated pretty much anywhere you like. So if we put it there, as you can see, rotate it pretty much anywhere you want to display it. If you want to display it in one of its more classic in motion poses, you can do that. You make it go like it's going to the side, make it go like it's diving downward. Doesn't go backwards any more than it already is. Of course, that's just a limitation of the stand, but that's fine. I like myself, I like this type of display. This just seems like a classic Falcon pose, but it's nice because you can you have options with it, and as you'll see here, no matter which way I do it, the stand is securing it fine. It's not tilting anymore to one side or the other. It's weighted very nicely, and it's not coming off the ball joint at all. It's very secure. I moved this around a lot when I was taking its pictures, and it didn't have any sort of give or any issues with that, so very pleased with it. If you take a look here, you can even see it's got little holes in it, like where it got shot with some blasters. Got the carbon scoring marks on it, and it also has this plate. In the event you choose to display it without its stand, this plate goes in there and it can cover it. And actually, I do believe that that plate is to be used whenever it's on its flight stand. Yeah, that is for when it's on it. This one is for when it's not. If you want to take it off its stand, if you put that on there, it will cover it up the hull and make it look like it's just flush with the rest of the ship. So now you don't see anything there. It looks like it's built into the stand. So that's some nice engineering work that Hot Wheels Mattel has done on this. They really put a lot of thought into it. Again, you expect it for something that costs this much, but it's really a really nice model. Now I'm going to grab my $5.99 version of the Millennium Falcon that Hot Wheels makes for a size comparison. So this is from the Force Awakens line. It's got the rectangular dish. So as you can see, there's quite a difference in detail and size. This here, I weighed it. It weighs in at 3/4 of a pound. That's without any landing gear. That's just the model itself, without even the dish attached or the stand. So it's a very hefty little chunk of die cast. It feels very solid in the hand. Move these around. There's really no comparison in the detail that's on these, and that's to be expected, of course. They are at completely different price points. But to see this in person is something that you really need to do if you really want to appreciate how good it looks. It really is just a nice model. Comes in at 1/18 scale, I should mention. It really, in the pictures I was able to get of it, it almost looks like a model that jumped out of the screen from the original movie, because we know that they use a lot of practical effects in that movie due to budget constraints and just technology limitations. So this actually almost looks like a model that could have been used. Give it a few more little details and it probably could have. We bring them both close to the camera here. If we'll get it to focus, you can just see the differences. They are immense. Of course, the gulf in price is too, but this one, you know, you have exposed holes for the screws. This one, you don't see anything, and that's real. That's kind of uncommon in die cast. I mean, you really can't see what's holding the two halves together, and it is two halves because you can see right there. So they've really done a good job of hiding that, because I know that is a pet peeve I have with die cast, like the Disney Elite series. They look nice, but the die cast means a lot of screws are required and they don't hide them very well. But this thing is just really well done. It looks very high end, and for the size, I guess it could be considered such. But in conclusion, I'm going to say if you can grab this for under $50 or around that price point, definitely is worth it. If you're a fan of the Millennium Falcon or have a focus on it for your collecting, then even the $69 price point is going to be worth it, I think. It's a really well done model. I've seen some people say different things about it, some positive, others negative, but I see a lot of these types of things. I've got a lot of Falcon models in my collection, and this is easily one of the nicest. So for the money, I think it's well worth it. The presentation alone, the box you get, it's all very nice. And if you take care of it, this is something that will last for a long time because it is almost completely made of metal. The stand, it might crack and give out, but I'm sure they would probably replace it. Or, you know, you might be able to get another one. They do have the TIE Fighter in this line and the X-Wing. Those I haven't got a chance to get yet, but they are all the same price points, and I believe they're a bit smaller. So for the money, the Falcon's going to be the best bang for the buck. So that is it. If you have any specific questions, be sure to let me know in the comments below, or you can go to my Facebook page where I have a write-up about it. Again, check my Flickr for the pictures of it, the full resolution ones, because those will really show details that I can't capture in this video. I appreciate everyone's support for breaking 100 subscribers. Appreciate that a lot. I do still plan to do a giveaway, so I'm just getting the details on that arranged to give away that Funko Mud Trooper. Hope everyone has a great rest of your week, and may the Force be with you.